Hi, here we have a Hotpoint Aqualtis, and it absolutely stinks of like rotten eggs. Now what I've done is, I've given it all a cleaned around all the seal everywhere, and that's all looking pretty clean, but it still absolutely stinks. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to have a look at the filter, which is located down at the bottom, and see if it's coming from there. So to get to the filter you have to basically yank off this bottom bit. This will be the same on many washing machines out there, and then you have this little bit here, this little bit in here. So what you have to do is we have to start undoing it, but water will start to come out. So it's what you're going to need is you're going to need a saucepan and a cloth to soak up the water. Already that's looking dirty. That's very dirty water. Oh, and that absolutely stinks. That's where the smell's coming from. So it looks like there's rotten water down here. So I'm wondering now if the filter's blocked. So it's a bit time consuming doing it this way, but I don't want to have to spend ages mopping up the floor. I don't want the water to leak everywhere. So that's why I'm just doing it slowly. So what's happened, a couple of weeks ago it started to smell, and I thought it might be coming from the seal, so I gave it a bit of a clean and the smell seemed to go away. But then the other day the smell came back again, and now every time I go into the garage it just stinks of like a real rotten egg smell. So you see I'm still turning it. Oh god, look at all that black water coming out. It really smells bad. Oh, look at that. Let's see now. Oh Jesus, there we go. That's it, that's what stinks. What we got here, we got a diamond come out of it. I presume that's not going to be a real one. Otherwise I wouldn't mind the smell. Must have come off one of my daughter's sparkly jumpers or something. I don't know if anything else is in here. Obviously I've got the washing machine turned off, so it's unplugged from the electric. I don't know if that's just a build-up of, I don't know what that is, but it's all this stuff here, just dirt and grime. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give that a good wash out now. Oh, I can smell it from here. Yeah. Well, I'm going to give that a clean out, and hopefully then that will be the smell gone. Right, I've cleaned up the filter the best I can. All this black stuff does seem to be just ground into it, but it doesn't smell anymore anyway, and it is clean to the touch. But when bearing in mind now this machine is all off, it's unplugged from the mains, when I put my finger in here and move around the place, I can still see that the pipe feeding it is still completely blocked. So I think what's happening is this filter's been blocked for a while, and then all the stagnant water is just sitting there. It must be allowing a bit of water through because I didn't have any fault codes or anything on the washing machine. So what I'm going to have to do now is I'm going to have to give all in here a really good clean. And I can feel the pipe feeding it is just covered in gunk. But this was definitely where the smell's coming from. Look at that. Disgusting. Oh, it stinks. This is going to take a while. Right, so I'm going to give this a good clean up now, and then we'll pop it back together. Right, okay, so I've given it a good clean in there. You can see the cloth's absolutely filthy. Probably a good idea to wear gloves in hindsight. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a glass of water, and I'm actually just going to throw it into the drum itself, and then what's going to happen is it's going to come out the hole down the bottom. So, zoom out, open up the door. So I'm going to get that water, put it into the drum, and as you see, it's going to start coming out of this hole here. And what that will do is, that will all give it a nice flush it through, because it's absolutely, it was backed up quite a bit, and I think that's what was causing the smell, because it must have only been partially draining, and a lot of water would have been sitting there. So by pouring a nice glass of warm water into the drum, it's going to flush out any bits that you couldn't quite reach. So I'm just going to do that again. And there it comes here. And now the water coming out now is clean. Well, there's still a few more bits coming out of it. Yeah, it's just all this. I suppose that's just a build up of limescale and stuff. But I'm happy now it doesn't, the smell now has eased off. The smell now seems to be just coming from the pan, because you can see how dirty the water is. Right, so now it's just a case of putting it back together. So all you have to do is get your filter, push it in, it's not a particularly nice fit, and then just start screwing it clockwise back into place. There we go, and then put the bottom cover back on again, and that just whacks into place. Okay, so I'm happy now. It smells a lot better than it did. You might find that after the next wash it might smell a little bit, because remember there still might be a little bit of crud in that pipe that feeds that filter, but by throwing the glass of water in, it's going to have eased it up a bit. Yeah, I'm definitely happy that that was what was causing the rotten egg smell, so hopefully it's going to be the same on your washing machine out there. Take care, bye now.